Once upon a time, in a big shiny city, filled with tall buildings and bright lights, there lived a beautiful millionaire named Bella. She was known for her stunning looks, with long flowing hair that sparkled in the sunlight, and bright blue eyes that twinkled with kindness. Bella had a warm heart and cared deeply for the people around her. She owned a giant toy company that created the most amazing and fun toys that children everywhere loved to play with. Kids would squeal with joy whenever they received one of Bella's toys as gifts. Because of this, she was very wealthy and enjoyed her luxury lifestyle. However, Bella faced a significant problem. Lately, she had noticed that some of her beloved toys were mysteriously disappearing from her company's warehouse. She felt anxious and confused. "Where are all my toys going?" Bella asked herself, looking around her beautiful, decorated office. She didn't understand why her employees, whom she trusted, would take things that didn't belong to them. The thought of betrayal made her heart inch. Determined to find the truth, Bella decided she needed to investigate the matter more closely. After thinking carefully, Bella came up with a clever idea that would allow her discover the truth without being detected. "I'll disguise myself as a cleaner," she decided with a determined glint in her eyes. This way, she would blend in with her employees and observe their behavior without them realizing who she really was. Bella was excited about her plan, and she felt a sense of adventure as she imagined how she could gather the information she needed to protect her company. The following day, Bella transformed herself. She dressed in a worn-out clothes which were not at all like her usual elegant outfits. She put on a simple cap to hide her beautiful hair and tied it back tightly. Bella looked just like a regular cleaner, someone you might not see in any office. With a deep breath, she walked confidently into the company, ready to begin her secret mission. As she entered the bustling building, nobody recognized her. They just assumed she was a new member of the cleaning staff. Bella felt a mix of excitement and nervousness as she realized she was stepping into the world where she could see everything that happened behind the scenes. As she started her job cleaning the shiny floors and dusting the shelves, Bella paid close attention to the workers around her. At first, everything seemed normal. The employees were busy, chatting and laughing as they worked on their projects. However, Bella couldn't shake the feeling of unease. "Will I really discover what is happening in my company?" she wondered. She pushed her cleaning art, listening carefully as she wiped the surface and picked up the forgotten papers. Each day brought new challenges, but Bella was determined to uncover the truth, no matter what it took. The next morning, Bella woke up early, her mind racing with the thoughts of the day ahead. She was eager to return to the office and continue her investigation. Quickly, she prepared herself. She wore the cleaning outfit and headed out of the door. As she drove to work, the familiar street filled her with a sense of determination. Bella knew that today might be the day she uncovered something important, and the idea finally of revealing the truth made her heart race with excitement. Upon arriving at the toy company, Bella immediately noticed a shift in the atmosphere. The employees seemed a bit more tense than usual, exchanging nervous glances and whispering among themselves. It was clear that something was brewing beneath the surface. Bella pushed her cleaning cart into the building, her ears pipped up, ready to catch every word. Today, she felt more like a detective than ever before. As she began her cleaning duties, she could hear snippets of conversation that piqued her curiosity. "Did you hear what happened last night?" one employee whispered to another. Bella paused, pretending to wipe down a table nearby, her heart pounding in her chest. I heard someone saw the shipment being loaded into the car. The other replied in a harsh tone. Bella's curiosity intensified. Shipment? What shipment? She wondered, feeling the urgency of the situation. She was determined to find out more. Bella continued to listen closely. The more she heard, the more questions filled her mind. Who was taking the toys? Why were they so secret about it? The employees seemed to be talking about something much bigger than she had originally thought. Bella's thoughts raced as she cleaned, her mind piecing together as clues like a jigsaw puzzle. During her lunch break, Bella decided to venture into the break room, hoping to overhear more about the mysterious shipment. The break room was buzzing with chatters as employees gathered around the coffee machine. Bella quietly slipped in, leaning against the wall, pretending to focus on her work of wiping down the counters. She was determined to catch any useful information. Suddenly, she overheard a heated conversation between two workers. "If we get caught, we are done," one said, his voice low but filled with anxiety. "We can't keep this up much longer," the other responded, glancing around nervously. Bella's heart raced at the realization that they were talking about something illegal. She felt a mix of fear and determination as she thought about what she had to stumble upon. In that moment, Bella decided it was time to take action. She needed proof of what was happening behind the scenes. If the employees were indeed stealing the toys, she would find a way to document their actions. Bella quickly devised a plan to set up a camera in the storage room, where she had heard most of the suspicious conversation. She wanted to capture any wrongdoing on tape so she could confront them later. After work, Bella returned home and got to work on her plan. She searched different types of hidden cameras that would be perfect for her needs. She finally settled a small device that could easily blend into the storage room without drawing attention. It arrived the next day, and Bella felt a thrill of excitement as she prepared to use it. The following morning, she arrived early at the office, carefully placing the hidden camera in the corner of the storage room, ensuring it was indirectly positioned to capture any activities. Bella returned to her cleaning duties, anxiously waiting any sign that her efforts were about to pay off. As the day wore on, Bella's minds were filled with suspicions. She could hardly concentrate on her cleaning tasks, thinking about the potential evidence she was gathering. Her instincts told her that something big was about to happen, and she was ready to uncover the truth no matter the cost. With each passing hour, Bella's determination grew stronger. She could feel the weight of the secrets hidden within her company pressing down on her. The thought of protecting her beloved company and the children who enjoyed its creation fueled her resolve. Bella was ready to face whatever challenge laid ahead, knowing that the truth was within her reach. The day dragged on as Bella busied herself with cleaning. Each sweep of the mop felt heavier with the weight of her secret mission. She glanced at the clock frequently, counting down the hours until she could check the footage from the hidden camera. Her mind raced with the possibility about what she might uncover. Would the employees she had once trusted betray her? The suspense was nearly unbearable, but Bella remained focused. She could feel that today was different. Something significant was about to happen. As lunch approached, Bella noticed that the employees were more gathered than usual. They huddled in small groups, talking quietly and occasionally glancing towards the storeroom. Her heart pounded as she realized they might be planning something. What are they up to? She wondered. It was clear that they were getting ready to make a move, and she was determined to find out what it was. During her break, Bella quickly snuck away to the storage room, her heart racing as she reviewed the camera footage. She pulled out her phone, connecting it to the camera app with a trembling hand. The video feed came to life, and her eyes widened as she watched the screen. At first, there was nothing unusual. The employees moved about organizing toys and chatting. But then she spotted something that made her breath hinge. Two of her employees, Sarah and James, stepped into the flame. They were laughing, but Bella could sense something more sinister behind their smiles. Suddenly, Sarah glanced around, checking to make sure no one was watching. "Did you bring the box?" she whispered, excitement in her voice. James nodded, reaching into his bag. Bella's heart pounded as she continued to watch. James pulled out a small, neatly wrapped box and placed it on the shelf. Bella leaned closer to the screen, her eyes glued to the scene unfolding before her. "This is going to be the best toy ever. We'll sell it for much money," Sarah exclaimed, her eyes shining with greed. Bella gasped, her heart racing. This was it. They were stealing toys. She could hardly believe what she has witnessed. Just then, another employee, Mark, entered the storage room. "What are you two doing?" he asked, a hint of suspicion in his voice. Bella felt her stomach twist with anxiety. "We are just organizing, Mark," Sarah replied quickly, her voice casual. But Bella could tell that the act was film's cover. Mark seemed to buy it, but Bella's mind was spinning with thought of what to do next. She had to find a way to expose their deception. After the lunch break, Bella resumed her cleaning task, her mind racing. She could hardly concentrate as she replayed the footage over and over in her head. The excitement of discovering surged through her veins. She was one step closer to uncover the truth and protecting her beloved company. But she also felt a knot of fear in her stomach. What if they found out she was the cleaner? As the hours passed, Bella devised a plan. She knew she had to confront Sarah and James, but she needed to gather more evidence first. If she could capture them in act, it would be undeniable proof for their betrayal. Bella's heart raced at the thought of the confrontation, but she was ready. She couldn't let fear stop her from doing what was right. That afternoon, Bella decided to keep a close eye on Sarah and James. She carefully positioned herself near the storage room, pretending to clean the hallway outside. As she waited, she felt the tension in her chest build. "Come on, just do it already," she thought, wishing the confrontation to unfold so she could put to an end the thieves. Finally, just as the clock approached closing time, Bella saw Sarah and James sneak into the storage room again. She held her breath, creeping closer, making sure to remain unnoticed. Peeping around the corner, she spotted them rummaging through the shelves. Bella's heart raced as she watched them pull out more wrapped toys. "This is our last chance," Sarah said, glancing nervously at the door. "We can't be caught." In that moment, Bella knew she had to act. She stepped into the storage room, her heart pounding her chest, and called out, "What are you doing?" The surprise on their faces as evident as they turned to face her. Their eyes widened in fear. Bella stood tall, her determination shining through. "I know what you've been doing, and it ends now." The room felt silent as the weight of Bella's words sank in. Sarah and James exchanged quick glances, their expressions shifting from shock to panic. Bella took a deep breath, feeling a surge of courage. She had to stand her ground. "I've seen the camera footage, and I know you've been stealing from me." Sarah stepped forward, her face flushed with hunger. "You have no proof. You are just a cleaner," she spat, trying to regain her composure. Bella felt a resolve waver for a moment, but she quickly reminded herself of her mission. She was not just a cleaner, she was the owner of the company, and she wouldn't let anyone take advantage of her hard work. "Actually, I have proof," Bella replied, pulling out her phone. "I recorded everything. You think you can get away with stealing from me?" Her voice steadied, and she felt a sense of power surging through her. She watched as the color drained from their faces, realizing that their secret was out. James, who had been quiet until now, suddenly spoke up, his voice shaky. "You wouldn't dare show anyone the footage. You ruined our lives." Bella felt a pang of sympathy, but she couldn't let it cloud her judgment. "You should have thought about that before you chose to steal," she replied firmly. The tension in the room was palpable as the three of them stood there. The air was thick with unspoken words. Bella knew she needed to end this confrontation quickly before it circulated further. "I'll report you to the authorities if you don't return everything you've taken," she declared, her voice echoing in the storage room. "You've betrayed my trust, and now you have to face the consequences." Sarah and James exchanged frantic looks, and Bella could see their minds racing, calculating their next move. "What do you want us to do?" Sarah asked, her tone shifting from defiance to desperation. "Just tell us what you want, and we will make it right now." Bella took a moment to think. She wanted to protect her company, but she also wanted to give them a chance to redeem themselves. "You need to return every toy you've stolen and apologize to me and the rest of the staff," she replied, her voice steady. "If you do that, I'll consider not going to the authorities." They hesitated, but Bella could see the weight of their guilt was starting to sink in. "Okay, we'll do it," James finally said, his voice barely above the whisper. "We'll turn everything." Bella felt a mix of relief and disappointment. She had hoped for a more dramatic confrontation, but in the end, she had achieved what she had set out to do. "I'll be watching you," she warned, her eyes narrowing. "This is your last chance." As she left the storage room, Bella felt a wave of emotions wash over her. She had confronted her employees, but she couldn't shake the feeling of betrayal that lingered in her heart. Bella knew that trust was a fragile thing, and it would take time to rebuild what had been broken. But for now, she felt empowered, ready to take control of her company once again. The next few days at the toy company felt different. Bella observed her employees more closely, watching for any sign of dishonesty. Sarah and James returned the stolen toys, apologizing to Bella and other colleagues. But Bella could sense that things had shifted. The trust that once flowed freely was now tainted with suspicion. As she cleaned the office each day, Bella felt a sense of responsibility. She needed to ensure that her company was safe from further theft. She decided to implement new security measures, including regular auditors and more surveillance cameras. Bella was determined to protect her beloved toy company from any future threats. However, there were whispers in the office. Employees began to talk about the incident, and some expressed their concern about the new measures Bella was introducing. "What if we are all suspected?" one worker murmured to another. Bella couldn't help but overhear their conversation. She hadn't intended to create an atmosphere of fear. She simply wanted to keep her company safe. One afternoon, Bella gathered the staff for a meeting. She wanted to address their concerns openly and reassure them. As she stood in front of her employees, her heart raced. "I know things have been tense since the incident," she began, her voice calm. But I want you all to know that I trust you. I believe in our team and the work we do. The new security measures are meant to protect us, not to accuse anyone." Some employees nodded, but others still looked skeptical. Bella took a deep breath, feeling the weight of their doubt pressing down on her. "I want to create an environment where everyone feels safe and valued. If you have concerns, please come to me direct. We all here in this together." After the meeting, Bella felt a sense of relief. She had addressed her employees and now she hoped they will begin to trust her again. But deep down, she knew it would take time to heal the wound left by betrayal. That evening, as Bella returned home, she reflected on the events of the past week. The weight of the confrontation with Sarah and James still lingered in her mind. She had wanted to be fair, but now she felt the burden of leadership more than ever. Being a billionaire didn't just mean having money. It meant making tough decisions that affect the life of others. She sighed, realizing that running a company was about much more than profits and losses. It was about the people who worked for her. She thought about how much she loved her toy company and the joy it brought to her children everywhere. That passion was what driven her to confront the thieves. But now it felt overshadowed by fear and distrust. She pulled out her notebook, a habit she had started to document her thoughts and feelings. Writing helped her process everything, and she found comfort in putting her emotions on paper. In her notebook, she wrote about the importance of trust and how fragile it could be. Trust is like a toy. It can be broken, but it can also be repaired if treated with care. She scripted. She wanted to remind herself that while the incident had shaken things up, it was an opportunity to rebuild and strengthen the bond with her employees. The next day at work, Bella decided to take a different approach. Instead of keeping her distance, she wanted to reconnect with her staff. She organized a team-building day, hoping to foster communication and trust among everyone. She planned fun activities, games, and even lunch where everyone could relax and enjoy each other's company. As the day approached, excitement buzzed through the office. Bella felt a sense of hope returning as she prepared for the event. She set up games in the breakdown, arranged buffets of delicious food, and even invited local entertainers to add some fun to the day. She wanted everyone to see that she cared, not just as their boss, but as a leader who valued their contributions. On the day of team building, Bella arrived early to set everything up. She could feel the energy in the air as the employees began to trickle in. Their faces light up as the sight of the decoration and the spread food. "This is amazement," someone exclaimed as Bella's heart soared with pride. As the event began, Bella watched her employees relax and enjoy themselves. Laughter filled the room as they participated in games and team challenges. Bella even joined in, pushing aside her worries and allowed herself to have fun. She felt a sense of unity beginning to form among the team, and it filled her with hope. During lunch, Bella took a moment to address her staff. "I want to thank each of you for being here today," she said, her voice warm and sincere. "It's important to me that we create a workplace where everyone feels valued and respected. I know things have been challenging lately, but I believe we can overcome them together." She paused, scanning the faces of her employees. "You are not just workers to me. You are part of my family." Impulse erupted from the group, and Bella felt her heart soar. It was the connection she had longed for. People began to share their thoughts and ideas about the company, and Bella listened intently. She felt a renewed sense of purpose as her employees opened up to her. As the day continued, Bella realized that team building event was a success. Employees who had been once distant were now engaging with each other, laughing and forming friendship. The atmosphere of fear and suspicion began to disappear. Just when Bella thought the day couldn't get any better, she received a surprise visitor. Her friend Maria, who also worked in a toy industry, arrived with a big smile. "I heard about your team building day and I wanted to join in," Maria exclaimed. Bella's eyes lit up with joy. "You are more than just welcome," she replied, leading her friend into a lively room. As the two friends chatted, Bella felt a surge of energy. Maria had always been a source of inspiration for her, and having her there made the day even more special. They chatted about their early days in the toy business and shared their dreams for the future. Just then, a commotion broke out near the buffet table. Bella turned to see Sarah and James arguing in harsh voices. Curiosity purged Bella, approaching them. "What's going on? What is really happening? What is really happening on this perfect day of Bella?" Part 2 is coming. Wait, what happened in part 2? Curiously, I'm also waiting. I'm eager to know what is happening in part 2. So just wait in part 2. Keep on watching. Like this video, please. Give it a thumb up, share it, and subscribe if you've not yet subscribed to this channel. Oh my god, leave something in the comment section. Just let me know what you think of this amazing video. Bye bye, see you in my next video. I love you all.